Welcome back to week 4, block 3 of Blockheads. This week we have Sunday Best presented by Sutton of Bunny Hill Designs. With its classic patchwork, this block is full of charm. Let's jump in and take a closer look. Hey, before we get started, make sure you've downloaded the pattern and have it printed or pulled up on your device. That way you'll have everything you need, cutting instructions, step-by-step guidance, and a handy coloring sheet. We will have a link in our description, or you can visit our blog. We're ready to start the Sunday Best block by Sutton of Bunny Hill Designs. It's a very, very simple block, basically 2 shapes, flying geese and some squares and 4 patches, so it'll be super fun to make. All throughout Blockheads, there's a couple different ways to make flying geese. This one is a 4-in-1 step, so you start with a bigger square and then we'll have 4 of what would be the background shapes. So I've taken my big piece and layered my 2 lights on top of it. And you can't really see where my thread is, but I've drawn a line diagonally, sewn 1/4 inch on either side of what that is. Then we're gonna cut right down the middle. And that gives you the shape. I have a little wooden press, so if you're not handy or don't want to keep getting up and go to your iron, a lot of times I'll just use my little wooden finger press to press things down, so that definitely comes in handy. Then once you've done that to both of your sections, like here would be the other step, mark down the middle, sew on either side, cut apart, and you'll have 4 of these shapes. If you need help on squaring any of these up, we're going to drop a link in the description that takes you to another video that shows you how to square them up. So I'm going to go and press them all and square them up, and I'll be right back. I'm back and I have all my geese ready. Here's my block, and so I'm going to go ahead and lay out several of the blocks in this series of Blockheads. We have 24, I think, total blocks, but several of them have on the instructions where you can do 2 different color options. So that's why you'll see I also made another step so I can get a different color option once I get going. Don't let that confuse you. Or you can make 2 of the very same color. Then the pattern is fun because it kind of creates a whole nother little secondary design if you want to play with that and lay out your pattern. So whether I like that layout, which is similar to the one on the wall, or if you want to do one that's scrappy, which I always love scrappy, so just play with it and have fun with that. Then you'll basically join them into 3 rows. 1, make your 4 patch, add your geese to the side, and this row, and then join all of those together. And then you'll have, voila. All of the block patterns do come with all kinds of ways to color and cut and things. I did cut my swatches, but the other thing I did is I went and color coded my cuts, only because it's still very confusing which ones to do, so I could pay attention to that kind of thing. So that's one little tip I have. And then here is my finished block. Again, started very easy, block 3. We're going to get to some harder ones, so please remember that we gave you a bunch of easy ones to do. And I do think this would be a super block repetitively, just to make a lot of these if you need 1 block, because this chain would continue to connect all the way through. So thanks to Sutton for creating this block for us. Be sure and post a picture of your finished block on our Facebook group. We'd love to see what you're working on. See you next week.